Welcome to the fourth night here in this office, scared and scarred, old man.
Surprising to see that you have shaken off your fears after playing just one round.
It is not too hard to get used to the game, but I hope we are better prepared for this night because things have just gotten even tougher and scarier.
Donald, can you pick up the damn phone already before it blows our ears off?
To be honest, it is not that loud. But yeah, Trumpy, do us the favor.
As we did in the last video, let's listen carefully, please.
I will talk to Melanie and I'll be back. I'm back.
You missed the lore.
Fucking goodness, I couldn't wait for the call to be over. What the fuck was that metallic sound, and who was banging the doors that hard?
Hallucinations, false hopes, fear, maybe depression. Biden, what other adverse emotions does this game come with? Because I am currently on a roller coaster of everything I have just mentioned.
I have seemed more like a tour guide in this game, so technically animatronics get more aggressive and out of hand at this stage. As you can see, even the phone man has been scared off, so yeah, there are a lot of security watches we need to do tonight.
I think the energy burns out even faster. Exhausting almost 20% while we are less than an hour into the night seems unreasonable.
Again, guys, I definitely cannot do it on my own. Not now after Joe is scaring the shit out of me.
I thought you started tonight rather confident. What happened?
Did the phone man's reaction not take you off your seat, Obama-Rama?
Foxy has been by the curtain for a minute, waiting for the right time to pounce on you. I think Freddy was the one knocking earlier, too. Literally, all of them are around. We need to keep our voices low and leave all doors shut. Our energy will run out faster, but it means we are safer for longer.
Let's try that then.
Left to me, I think Freddy is the most dangerous of the mascots tonight. It's hard to predict what he is up to next. Pretty hard.
I do not mean to plant extra fears into us, but I have a gut feeling the phone guy has been killed. First, it was an intense pounding on the doors, then a chiming sound before he finally went off the call.
Well, we cannot be too sure. He may or may not be dead. What matters is that we stay alive, win this round, and move to the fifth night.
5 Nights at Freddy's is really a messed up game, and Joe is more messed up for liking this game.
Donald, I think they are all equally dangerous tonight. Check out Chica and Bonnie, too. Beyond being restless and unable to pin them to a particular spot, they have also cost you usable energy when they banged on the door repeatedly.
I think I am with Donald on this one. Freddy's unusual silence is worrisome. Moreover, Foxy hasn't been restless. He has been at that same spot for almost an hour.
This is because Foxy tends not to move if you check it at least 6 times in an hour. This isn't a set-in-stone rule of the game, though. It is usually randomized, so we may not suffer the same fate as other players.
We have been so focused on the reactions of the animatronics that we seem to have overlooked how the energy is rapidly draining. How did we use up about 30% and we just clocked 2 a.m.?
Keep the left door closed, Donald. Keep it closed.
Keep it shut this minute, Trumpy Rumped, and stop being an irresponsibly adamant idiot. Foxy has left where he stood and is surely coming for the door.
Who here also loves it when Joe Biden sounds like a pussy? Ha 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 ha.
To be honest, we all sound like pussies right now, so the joke is on you, Trump.
You see, I left the doors open and no Foxy or Freddy is in sight. Sometimes you all just need to chill out and watch me man this game.
Donald, at this point, again, we really need to know where you stand. Do you need us to help you watch the cameras too, or do you want to do it alone? You cannot be moving the goalpost every minute.
Yeah, Donald, I think you need to be clear on what you want.
I have never seen a scared person being arrogant. Another record broken by the almighty Donald John Trump.
Again, Biden, this is a warning. Mentioning my middle name on this channel is disrespectful.
Well, maybe Bonnie feasting on you for dinner wouldn't be disrespectful then.
I couldn't care less. What matters is that it's been 4 hours since the start of this game and we are still safe.
62% by 2 a.m. Bushy Wushy, you should be preparing to take over once he runs out of power and Freddy catches him unaware.
But come to think of it, how and why are we getting this scared of just 4 animatronics? We are 4 grown adults here and can take them down one at a time.
I am 77 years old, Baraki. How do you expect me to handle a programmed robot and not get murdered?
Donnie's belly have loads of regenerative backup energy, so we are fine.
It is impossible to face these mascots and win. For example, there was an event popularly regarded as the Bite of '87 involving all 4 animatronics, and since then, they have been banned from wandering during the day, which is why we only struggle with them at night.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? First it was Crying Child, now Bite of '87?
It doesn't actually have a documented backstory, but what many players know is that it may be similar to the event of Crying Child, although Crying Child happened in 1983. Also, unlike Crying Child, the victim in '87 survived the bite, but without a frontal lobe.
Wait, what? Can the human body actually survive without a frontal lobe?
Grossly unbelievable, man. Only a chicken-brained Joe Biden will believe that crap.
While I may be doubting the story, I think Donald saying only chicken brains would believe it is very insulting to the community of Five Night at Freddy's players.
Donald has had to apologize countless times for almost every game we've played and every episode published on this channel. It is becoming unbearable at this point.
Time and time I repeat, Donald is a slowly moronic Oompa Loompa opportune to lead an army of creatives at the Trump's Tower and ultimately become the President of the United States. The sooner we know and admit this, the better things will be for us.
Apologies after apologies after apologies. I hate walking on eggshells.
Is that you refusing to apologize? Anyways, focus on the game before we have a repeat of the bite of 87.
Okay, that hit home.
Are you sure you care about Donald, or are you just too scared of playing? You know you are next after Trump, right?
Losing the first night doesn't automatically mean I am a terrible player.
Well, it seems that...
Fuck it, how did Freddy get into the office?
When you were busy with conversations that do not hold water, I saw it but was too stunned to speak.
The game is glitched again and again. Just a minute ago, I saw it in the hallway. How did Freddy sprint into the room and none of the cameras caught him?
I mentioned this earlier tonight. Freddy can be really unpredictable. Donnie Trumpy, you should really take note.
No one is listening to this phone guy again.
Bro, he is literally repeating the same speech. This phone man is a programmed motherfucker.
The phone man repeated his speech after Obama lost on the third night, too.
That's right. We are replaying the round, so technically the events would follow themselves like the previous one.
So, that explains the pattern. I lost my round on the first night, while Biden won the second round. Biden lost the first round of the second night, while Obama won the second round. Obama lost the first round of the third night, while Donald won the second round. So from all indications, I should be winning this round. Let's go.
Permutations and combinations do not work here. You need a strategy to win. Apart from the phone man's speech, I don't think anything else is repeated. Not even the energy consumption rate.
Haha, I'm still scared though, but let's see how it goes. The first 2 hours have been pretty quiet. I guess the strategy of watching them closely so they rarely move is working.
Yeah, of course it works, just that your energy would suffer for it. But you still need to pay more attention to Freddy, though. Remember how irrational he can get, especially if you take your eyes off him for a minute.
Trump has been unusually quiet. Old Orange, are you good?
I am just watching keenly to identify where the game's glitch started from. I was 100% sure I hacked the game already.
You need to start accepting losses in good faith. First, it was with Joe Biden at the general polls. Now at Five Nights at Freddy's. Being a sore loser isn't exciting to see.
Did you see that?
See what? Where?
Fuck, Foxy's coming down the hall and gonna eat me.
Calm your sausage, Donnie. I closed the door already. That's what you call instincts.
I don't want to die again. I miss my mama.
You are making me speechless now, Donnie.
I feel like I
Oh my goodness, fuck. Freddy sneaked in again?
Ah! Why did no one warn me?
I literally warned all of you right before the jump scare.
That's it. This game has been glitched. There is absolutely no fucking way Freddy left the hallway and got into this office and none of the cameras could catch him. That is giving some speed of light levels.
Damn, when do I get to win a round?
I hate to be the one saying this, but Bushy Wushy, I doubt if you will ever win any rounds in this game. You really got to step up your reaction speed, bro.
Painfully hilarious. Losing the first night was the first bad omen. Well, now it's my turn. Kids, watch how I strategically help us scale to the fifth night.
At this point, I care less about scaling. I need to speak with the developers. This is unreasonably unrealistic.
Trumpy, trust me, maybe that is what comes with the difficulties and horror of the game. We aren't the only players, remember?
Joe, you better win this round. I wonder what the 5th, 6th, and 7th nights would look like.
We may never get to know until we get to that stage, but no worries, I am here to help you do that.
If you were as good as your knowledge of the game's lore, none of us would have gotten the chance to play and embarrass ourselves, because you will continue winning each night until the 7th.
Donald might be right this time. Biden, tone down the gloating and focus on the game. Imagine how catastrophic it would be between you and Grumpy Trump should you lose the round too.
More like a disaster waiting to happen. Hee 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 ha.
I will be here waiting.
With 84% at just 1 a.m., my worry definitely isn't energy draining out. My focus is more on Freddy and maybe Bonnie. Again, they have been uneventful since the night began, but I'm sure they are plotting on how to catch me unaware.
I wish we could have different screens for different camera angles. That would have made monitoring easier.
Is it not shocking to see Sleeping Joe actually think ahead? This game must really bring out the best in you.
Actually, the worst, I think it reveals darker secrets of that losing fraud.
What do you mean?
How can an 81-year-old president of the United States find a children's horror-themed game very exciting? How come he knows so much about the game? This points to one thing. He loves to spend so much time around kids. So the big question is, what is he doing around those innocent, unsuspecting children?
Are you reaffirming that Joe Biden is a pervert?
If that is what you make of my speech, then who am I to counter that?
How does knowing how to play a children's game translate to being a pervert? In my defense, I will say I learned to spend more time with my kids when they were younger and grandchildren. Can you say the same, Humpty Dumpty?
You all are just going around in circles. Grow up, guys.
At this point, I think Biden is the fraud who rigged this game himself. How the fuck are these demonic babies suddenly calm when it got to his turn to play? How? They were literally all over the place when I was trying to keep them away from the office.
Don't you think you are simply making a joke of yourself for the viewers to have fun over? I mean, first it was your pervert claims, and now your conspiracy is that I have rigged the game. I am not even a part of the developers, for goodness old sake.
I think it is time for us to actually concentrate and figure out how Biden is finding a way around this thing. Are you doing anything to keep them away, Biden, or they just choose to leave you alone?
You need to understand what tames the animatronics each night and follow the rules to the latter. For example, tonight is night 4, and to keep Freddy calm for the night, you need to let him know you are constantly checking up on him. 1 minute away, and you will be shocked to find it on your face. But for Bonnie, the trick is to pretend you aren't checking it and make it feel like it doesn't exist in your book. The same applies to Chica, too. If you look at the cameras excessively, it would trigger them to attack. And trust me, their attack is even deadlier than Freddy's.
Joseph Biden Jr., you are an absolute cheat and unhealthily competitive bigot. Why weren't you this detailed at the start of the game?
Trump, stop being a crybaby. You cannot always blame your losses on Joe Biden. You blamed losing the general elections on him, blamed him for ousting you with the judiciary, and now for making you lose a fucking game.
Ha ha ha. See who claims to be the boss at playing FNAF? 35% at 4 a.m. doesn't look like a boss move. Who wants to place a bet on Biden losing the game?
I already said I worry less about running out of energy. I'm very sure about that.
I think I saw Freddy at the show stage just now.
Can you return there, Joe?
It's apparent you two haven't been paying attention for a while. Freddy has been there long ago. The goal is to keep him there and prevent him from getting to the dining area or restrooms. Once he gets there, then we are closer to doom than the energy is closer to zero.
Joe is light years ahead of his in this game. I cannot wait to go back to playing Wordle, where I stand a chance at least.
Or maybe Google Feud, where I can comfortably whoop you all asses.
While you hallucinate, Joe Biden got us safely to 5 a.m. 1 more hour to go, Biden.
The final hour is very critical. This is when the animatronics are most active. They also know you are almost escaping the night, so they try to prevent that from happening.
Ha ha ha, your confidence is breaking the roof, but I hope this low energy doesn't soil your strategic moves so far tonight.
If you ask me, my mind has shifted to how night 5 would be. I look confident in all that tonight, but the truth is I was and still am equally scared. But trust me, I have been playing by the rules.
I know what you're doing, Biden, but I won't say anything else until you lose.
Donald being a bitter hater is really a terrible sight.
9% and almost an hour to go. Well, all fingers crossed.
Freddy is still at the show stage. Nah, this is an easy victory for me. I'll leave the doors closed now and chill out for the clock to turn 6 a.m.
This confidence is killing me.
We are now at 5%. This hour is taking forever and giving me heaps of anxiety.
Joe still looks chill, though. Let's trust him.
Here I will take a final look at the animatronics. So Freddy stayed at the show stage. Foxy was at the Pirate Cove. Oops, guys, I guess there is no need for any more roll calls. We made it through the night.
Gentlemen, Joe Biden made it look really easy. After multiple trials, I think night 4 seemed to be the hardest night so far for us.
Well, Donald, you can say something now. Your wait is long over.
Ha 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 ha, Donnie, what about me losing?
Beginner's luck at its peak.